Okay. Is it back? But we are not visible yet, right? Because I don't see the chat, I think. Or is this the... Our chat is disabled for this live stream. Did you disable it? Dun, 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 dun.
So, et ils nous entendent ou pas? Ah, ok. Bah, il y a un écran noir, mais il y a bien le chat.
Yes.
Et
Okay, now
apparemment,
I
et
see
ils
it.
nous entendent bien, ouais. Ah, il y a de l'image.
Hello. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay. Okay. Hello, Djemadine.
Hello, Judith.
So what what I always hear about people is people are curious. So let me turn whose sound is on. Okay, now I don't. It's okay now. Okay, okay. People want to know about why people live stream. I see Djemadine always in the protest as long as I can remember. I don't know how long he's been doing this, but this is what we're going to find out: who he is, why he does this, um, that sort of things. If you have any questions, ask them in the chat. We will ask them when we're done chit chatting and we don't know what to speak about anymore. We're going to ask all the questions so it's more clear, and I don't need to look into screens and topics don't go in between each other. So, what can you tell us about yourself? And do we want to translate everything to French also? Because now we have French people watching also, no?
Yes, yeah, French people. So we can talking in English, and I translate after. And if I have some difficulties, I count on our friend.
Okay.
Hello everybody, bonsoir tout le monde. C'est le traducteur. Est-ce que vous m'entendez?
You two need to tell me when I can speak, because when you finish speaking the French, I don't know what you've said. So give me a sign when I can speak. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, first tell us who you are.
Okay.
Or what you want to tell about this.
Okay, who I am. Okay, I'm Jeremy. I'm 35 years old, and I have a master degree in renewable energy after physical science studies, and also a business management degree. And after I work in a different firm, and one day I decided to become a teacher, and I taught math, physics, and chemie.
You're a total nerd.
And after that, I come to Toulouse and I became a programmer. And it is a very interesting story because all my life I've decided to not working in the defense and space sector because it's not in my value. And when I finish to learn about programming, they put me in a space program, and I said it's not for me. So you have said all I want to do, I can do it for you because you are lots of jobs. And they fired me because they don't want to give me another project, and so that is who I am in shortly.
Okay. Very surprising. Very
Okay.
surprising.
Je vais traduire du coup. Donc, Judith m'a demandé qui j'étais, qu'est-ce que je faisais, d'où je venais. Donc, j'ai dit que je m'appelais Jérémy, j'ai 35 ans, que j'ai un diplôme dans les énergies renouvelables et j'ai fait des études de sciences physiques et j'ai également un diplôme en gestion d'entreprise et que j'ai travaillé dans différentes entreprises et j'ai fait pas mal de trucs dans ma vie, des choses vraiment différentes et j'ai décidé il y a quelque temps de me requalifier, de me recaser dans tout ce qui est programmation, et c'est la raison de ma venue à Toulouse en fait. Et que finalement, à l'issue de ça, on m'a mis dans une entreprise pour bosser dans le secteur du spatial, mais ça fait pas partie de mes valeurs et j'ai toujours refusé de travailler pour tout ce qui est défense et espace. Et du coup, j'ai discuté avec mon manager pour lui dire s'il n'y avait pas une autre place parce que l'entreprise faisait énormément de choses et du coup, ils m'ont viré parce que ils ont trouvé que c'était pas bien de pinailler ou ce genre de choses, tu vois. Donc ça, c'était durant les Gilets jaunes. C'est un truc que vous saviez pas, que j'avais perdu mon travail durant cette période. Et du coup, voilà, je travaille quasiment à plein temps sur ma chaîne YouTube désormais. And I work in full time in my YouTube channel. I said I finished. And yes, that's all.
And the YouTube channel is about the Gilets jaunes.
Yes, mostly it's Gilets jaunes. Yeah, I began to film what's happened in the Yellow Vest movement because I was very shocked by what I can see in demonstration and police violence and people who lost their eyes or different stuff. And what is very incredible to me was what I can hear and see on the TV, on mass media, and what's happened on the ground. And so I've decided to just take my phone and take picture and video, and I put this on YouTube, and it's the beginning of the story.
Yeah. Do you want to translate this or?
Yeah. Donc j'étais en train d'expliquer les amis français que c'est quelque chose que j'ai déjà beaucoup dit sur la chaîne, que j'ai commencé donc à filmer le mouvement des Gilets jaunes parce que j'étais choqué des violences qui pouvaient advenir durant la manif et que également du traitement décalé, traitement médiatique décalé par rapport à ce qu'on pouvait voir sur le terrain et par rapport à ce qu'on voyait dans les médias de masse. Et du coup, j'ai pris mon téléphone, j'ai filmé, c'est comme ça que ça a commencé, quoi. Donc je suis pas du tout professionnel, j'y connaissais rien, absolument rien au début. C'est bon, it's okay.
Thank you. So, and you do this from the beginning of the protests, or?
No.
First, you watched and saw how bad the violence was.
I watch on the TV to the beginning, and I go on the ground on Act 4.
Okay.
And I see lots of. It was very surprising, and I go to the Act 9, I think, or 7, I don't remember, and I begin to film in Act on the beginning of February, actually.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a pretty long time, no? A lot has happened since then. Yes. And so first you went as a gilet jaune. Are you a gilet jaune?
Ah, est-ce que je suis un gilet jaune? Yes, I think yes, I'm a gilet jaune because there are some revendications that sounds good to my ear, and for example, more democracy. I think the situation in France is not good anymore, and if we could see all the list of the ONU for the freedom of the press or some list like that, we can see France is not a good student, a good country. And when you see the TV, for example, they said, "Oh, French, you are lucky. Look at what happened in Hong Kong or what happened in North Korea. You are lucky, guys, because French is pretty good." But when we see carefully what's happened in the other European country, we can see we are not. It is not a good situation in France, and that is a very big things to me. And actually, what's all the social part of the movement is something important to me.
How do you mean the social part of the movement?
More equality, and there are people who have a bad situation in France, and we can see here in Toulouse there are the more and more homeless people and people who working but don't have enough money to just living, and it is something I don't like.
Yeah. That is, and this has also to do with why you do this. Of course, this is your way of, fighting this.
Yes, exactly. Right. Yes, this is my way to fighting this. Donc, I will perform the translation for the French viewers. So, les amis français, je vais vous faire la traduction de ce qu'elle vient de se dire. Donc, est-ce que je suis un gilet jaune? Alors, j'ai réfléchi, oui, je suis gilet jaune, dans la mesure où toute la partie portant sur la démocratie du mouvement est quelque chose qui me touche particulièrement. Je trouve que on est très mal classé en France quand on regarde les classements de l'ONU pour la liberté de la presse ou toutes ces choses-là. Et je suis assez choqué que lorsqu'on évoque ces sujets dans les médias, ils nous disent qu'on est plutôt bien loti en France parce qu'en Chine, à Hong Kong ou en Corée du Nord, ça se passe autrement, quoi. Et c'est des arguments qui nous ressortent tout le temps, alors qu'on voit bien que si on se place à l'échelle locale en regardant les pays européens, on est mal classé en fait. On est dans une mauvaise démocratie européenne. Et ça, c'est la première chose. Et bien évidemment, toute la partie sociale du mouvement est importante pour moi. Et on voit qu'il y a de plus en plus de gens qui n'ont pas de maison, qui sont SDF, notamment à Toulouse, ou qui travaillent et qui n'ont pas de quoi, en fait, vivre dignement, même s'ils travaillent, quoi, des travailleurs précaires et toutes ces choses-là. Et donc, elle me disait, c'est un petit peu ta manière de combattre contre ça, d'être gilet jaune et de filmer. Et je lui répondais par l'affirmative. OK, finish.
Yeah, you speak about Europe.
Yeah.
If you compare France to other European countries, that the situation is pretty bad, especially if you think that we live under European laws. I personally think that what is happening in France is like a preset for the rest of Europe. If this is possible here and it is allowed here, then this will be something that we can expect in all the European countries. How do you see this? What's happening in France compared to the rest of Europe, or what effects this could have for the rest of Europe?
Oh, it's a big question. I think I don't have really a point of view on it. We can see maybe there are countries. I need to thinking about it. Yes, maybe what happened in France could happen in other country in Europe. I don't really when and in which country. Maybe we already seen something like that in Greece, for example, some years ago, and I don't know. Maybe it's linked with the economic crisis, and I think the crisis will be a globalized crisis. So maybe what's happened in France happens in Europe and in other countries.
I think because the French are so fiercely resisting and persistent, they don't stop. I think this is an example even to what's happening in Hong Kong. So also in Europe, you see in other countries that people try to, in the Netherlands, in the UK, not only Yellow Vest, but other groups also try to protest more and in more groups, more than it was before the Gilets jaunes in France. The police violence is not as bad yet. There is police violence also, but it's not the gassing, which I think is a big problem. The unlawful arrests, all these things. I don't think this is happening a little bit, but not as much in other countries as in France. Do you understand the...
Yes, I understand. I will just make the translation for French. Donc Judith me demandait si elle pensait que ce qui arrivait en France pouvait se produire dans d'autres pays. En fait, j'ai pas exactement compris sa question. J'ai répondu un peu à côté dans la mesure où j'ai plus mis le focus moi sur le côté économique, sous-entendu que moi je pense que si I think if you put people in the misery, either the French, either the Netherlands, or I don't know, they will revolt. Que ce soit les Français ou que ce soit n'importe qui, si tu les mets dans la misère, ils vont se révolter. Mais Judith voulait insister sur le fait que c'est plus une particularité française et que les Anglais ou les Hollandais, par exemple, n'ont pas cette culture de la révolte. Voilà. Finish.
Yes, because the French do have a reputation for resist. Yeah. So I think this is a little bit because this is also a thing. I think you've seen the whole uprising of the Gilets jaunes or not? You've seen what is happening from almost the beginning. No, if you were there since Act 4.
Yeah, I don't really understand your question. If I can have a little bit help.
The question is more. How do you think, because this is what a lot of people in other countries ask me, but I cannot answer this because I'm not a Gilet jaune, I'm not here since the beginning. How do you think they got all the people in the street at this particular point? Do you understand what I'm...
Why the people are in the streets?
Well,
if I want to do it simply, no? How did it start? Okay.
How did it all start? How all of a sudden, Act 1, everybody was in the streets. And since then it continued. Because there's a lot of division in other countries and people want to protest, but they don't get the people into the streets. And this is something very unique about France, I think.
Ok, donc Judith me demande comment tout cela a commencé et pourquoi les gens sont dans la rue. Pourquoi ça s'est passé de cette manière-là? Pourquoi ça a explosé comme ça? Je vous avoue que je suis un petit peu à court d'arguments, donc si vous avez des arguments, n'hésitez pas à les mettre dans le chat pour m'aider les amis. Je vais réfléchir à la question en attendant que vous me prodiguiez une aide bénéfique. I don't really know. What I can say to you is it's begun with two stuff. First, it was called on the both was two call on the social media. The first call was performed by a woman who performed a video, if I could remember, on the price of the
gas.
The gas, yes, the gas. And the second is another people, Eric Drouet, who performed pretty the same thing about the gas, and said put a yellow vest on your dashboard on your car, and we will know that you are a yellow vest, and you are against the continue increase of the gas tax and the gas price simply, and that is there are some goods in France that we can see the price increase years after years after years, inflation and more than the inflation actually. For example, the gas, the oil, the cigarette price, and lots of things. And so the people are tired of all these augmentation of the price, and it was enough is enough, and we don't have money anymore to just living, and now enough, and that's all I can say about that. And particularly, I'm not a social specialist, but there are people who say, I can see it in the TV and experts, that the poor people are far away of the city center of the city center of all the city in France, and they really need their car, and so just to go working, it costs lots of money, and so it is a big difficulties for them.
So it started with the yellow vest in the car visible, and not with the protesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And
how long?
And after that, they just they as well as add a call for a demonstration in Paris. No, it's not that. It's all the people came on the roundabout in all the country, and after that, they call for a demonstration in Paris, and the yellow vest broke literally in the face of the government.
Yeah, and I think so if I understand it right, they were first sort of united with a simple act in the sense of you put your yellow vest in the front of your car.
Yeah.
This way, when they see each other driving, they feel a connection.
Yeah.
Like there is and this is how they got everybody in the streets as well. That's a clear way.
Exactly. This is exactly that. Your resume clearly what's happened, and so everybody think that it's something is happening. So with when you can see there are yellow jacket here, here too, there, and so they feel a connection, and they feel strong.
Yeah, they feel strong because they know they are not alone in this feeling that they need to resist. Yeah, that's it's a good one to hear finally. Thank you. I think a lot of people will think that. Do you want to translate it?
Yes, I want to translate, and I want to read the chat because I ask for explanation for the creation of the yellow vest, and so maybe there are something interesting in the chat. Donc les amis, je vais vous faire la traduction. En même temps, je vais lire le chat, ou je vais faire les deux. Enfin bref. Donc Judith veut vraiment savoir comment le mouvement a éclaté. Donc moi, je lui ai dit finalement que je vais refaire la genèse, donc avec les appels de la macroniste, là, je sais plus comment elle s'appelle, et d'Éric Drouet qui avait appelé à mettre un gilet jaune sur les tableaux de bord des voitures. Et voilà, et donc du coup on est arrivé à la conclusion que les gens se sont sentis connectés grâce à ce gilet jaune, et ils ont pu voir qu'il y avait beaucoup de monde qui avait mis un gilet jaune, et qu'ils étaient donc pas seuls, et ils se sont sentis forts, et c'est comme ça qu'ils ont commencé à agir. Donc après, je sais pas ce que vous dites, et juste avant je disais qu'il y avait eu un ras-le-bol principalement fiscal de toutes ces augmentations de prix, et du fait que les gens pouvaient plus vivre, et qu'ils étaient repoussés très loin des centres-villes, et que du coup ils ont absolument besoin de leur voiture, mais l'essence coûte très cher, et ça devient plus rentable de travailler en fait, presque. Alors qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Oh yeah, à cause de l'hypocrisie de Macron. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, there are two good arguments in the chat. How I can forgot this? Yes, there are big stuff with the personality of Macron. It's a very I don't use this word in English. Méprisant. It's a contemptuous man and very pretentious, and he contemptuous.
He cooked the truth. He makes,
He made non. Il s'est moqué des gens. He made fun of the poor people. Lots of times the poor people are just nothing, and he value lots of the money, and we know his friends. He is a friend with very rich men like Bernard Arnault or Xavier Niels, for example, people who have lots of money. Yeah, thank you, billionaires. And so the poor people feel themselves very ils se sentent insultés. Comment? Insulted. Yeah, this is the second thing. And injustice, social injustice, and linked with the fact that there are rich people in France. France is a rich country, and there are people who are very rich, and the politics people have a very good benefit of their position when they are elected, and you just can see this with the De Rugy case, who with his position in the parliament, he can drink very, very good wine and very luxury goods. And people don't support this, and this is very something the people don't want anymore, I think.
That the politicians in general get paid so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what they... Okay.
Yeah, tout à fait. Yes, and they are, when they said they cut the taxes on the rich people. These taxes in France is ESF, the taxes on the fortune, and they cut this, and rich people paid less tax, but the poor people pay more tax, and that is something the people don't like. And so it's all a package of things.
This is boiled up frustrations, and the tax from the diesel and the gas, it was like in Dutch we say, the drop that made the bucket flow over.
This is the same in France, yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay.
La goutte d'eau qui a fait déborder le vase.
So do you think in other countries the people, because you have a lot of foreign viewers also, or not, I think, do you think in other countries they just still don't have it bad enough, and this is why they are not gathering enough in the streets? Because in other countries, okay, I know Hong Kong, but if you speak about other European countries, there's a big problem with getting the people together.
Depends on the misery of the people. I think if they don't have any more enough money, they will go in the streets.
This
But
is
I
don't know.
maybe we see in Spain some troubles some years ago, if I could remember, and the result was I don't how I don't remember the name of this party, the politics party, politics, the Indignados or Podemos, I don't remember.
I think it's Podemos. It's the the left wing. We can do it.
Yeah.
Party, I think. But there wasn't a big uprising of. There was not an uprising of resistance like here. This is not a.
Yeah. Because people are not enough poor. But when you can see in the chat there are maybe a recession. Recession will coming, and wait and see what's happened after that or during that.
Yeah, I disagree with this, that you say there's not enough poor, because I spend a lot of time in Spain and I spend a lot of time in Portugal also. And there is a lot of poverty there. This is why I was in, when the whole thing in France started, the whole Gilets jaunes movement started visible. I first thought to go to Portugal because they were announcing a protest there. And I thought, okay, Portugal is more close by for me. It's easier to go to, so I'll go to Portugal and check out what is happening there. But they didn't get the people into the street. And I mean, Portugal has a lot of poverty. It's really a poor country. People, I think minimum wage is something like 500 euros a month for full-time working. So and I know the shopping is more cheap, blah, blah, blah. But people until their 40s or maybe later live with their parents because they cannot afford a place of their own. So I think I'm starting to get the idea that, yes, this has to do with it also. But I think what you said about the more unity and the visibility of the yellow vests in the car made the united people in France that this played a big role, I think. So you've been in the, I mean, I'm only here since the beginning of March, and I have experienced a lot of violence. Not only myself, but I see it a lot. I assume you had a lot of these experiences too, and you are also, you are officially press. You present yourself as press, I assume. If you have a YouTube channel running, you have a lot of subscribers. You have a lot of views. So do you have a press card?
No, I don't have a press card.
It's not necessary in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
do you have it?
No, I refuse it. I don't want it because for me the press card goes against the freedom of press. I can get one fairly easy. You can get one fairly easy, but I'm against it. But have you, as press, not the usual police violence, but as press, I've seen you a few times that they try to intimidate you, that they are provoking. Can you tell me a little bit of how you experience this? Because it's I think it's pretty heavy shit.
I don't remember all the stuff. It begins. I don't remember. Maybe in March or April, and the police came for me at the end of demonstration. It was during the night. It was the and I filmed an arrestation, a mass arrestation, maybe 20 people. I don't remember because I don't know why it was just young people, and they came to their home to go back. They go back home, and je sais pas comment on dit, la commissaire en anglais. The police chief, yes, allez.
Yeah.
The policewoman chief came to me and said, "Why are you filming? Are you press?" do you have a press card? I said, no, I don't have a press card. So you don't have the right to film what I'm doing. And so I don't know really if she's true or not. And but I take over my helmet and my glass and my mask, because she said I don't have the right to have it. And she don't take it, and I just put it on my sack and on my pack, and I go back to Jean Jaurès. It was the first time, and after that, she come for me 3 or 4 time, and she arrested me one time because I don't had my identity card, and so she take me at the post office at the police post for check my identity. And the most awful thing is when I was sprayed 4 weeks ago, and because I was filming violent arrestation. And it was very difficult to me because I have the way to put a mask and glasses, and I have some protection. And this day, it was just I was in tourist and follow the yellow vest, and I filming I filmed this stuff, and the guys go and sprayed me, and so I was surprising a lot. I have the way to be prepared for this stuff, but not at this time, so it was difficult. And I think it's all. But actually, they intimidate me with go away, I don't want you film or something like that. But it's not important to me. But it's happened a lot of time.
Yeah, this is my experience also. It surprised me when I came here that that they are so violent with the press. Because it's clear you're not a protester. It's clear you're not. It's clear you're not violent. I think after all this time, they know who you are, and they still. Okay, the CRS changes, so maybe the CRS don't know who you are because they change city every week, but the Police Nationale and the police commissioners, they know who you are. No, it's yeah. So, and for me, but I'm a female, you're a male. For me, it can be pretty emotional. So afterwards, I think it's really, really heavy, and especially after this long time, because I think it's really heavy to see and experience, even to see it, but also to experience this violence week after week. And this is what, if there was a violent day at night, I'm really worn down and I feel. So how do you, how is this for you?
I don't know. So yes, it's a little bit difficult to see weeks after weeks people injured, and psychology. It's difficult, but I think I have the way now, and I know what they can do. I don't have the words. En fait, maintenant j'ai l'habitude et je sais ce qu'ils font, je sais jusqu'où ils peuvent aller en fait. Je sais pas, en fait, je suis préparé maintenant et je fais mon travail du mieux possible, quoi.
He knows it's gonna happen, but
Je sais pas si ça répond à sa question, du coup.
Your microphone is off, Johan. Oh. And is it also like I have a little routine before I go to mentally prep myself up? Do you have something like this?
No.
No, you just go.
Yes.
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 Do you ever
Uh,
feel?
no. Okay. How I feel mentally, okay. I feel good actually. I don't know. Maybe because I experiment some difficulties in my life. It's not something very difficult to me to go in the streets and yes, I know I can be hurt or something like that, but I maybe I have a lot of self-confidence, and I know I have some qualities and physical qualities and mentally qualities, and so maybe I think I can go away or manage the situation the best I can. It's okay, and maybe I'm hurt. I'm hurt, and it is a life, and that is.
Yeah, yeah. Good spirit. Good spirit. Yeah. Yeah, I really think that it's good spirit because for me it's yeah, I have a lot of respect because the I don't know if you can probably confirm this, but since I've been here, the amount of violence that I have seen from the protesters to the police is like 1% of all the times that I filmed violence happening. So of course there was some there's incidents, but the and I have a lot of respect for this, is how peaceful the people stay. Even if they are met with all the violence, they stay peaceful. I keep telling this to people. So, yeah, what is your view on this? And can you confirm this, that they are so peaceful? Because I'm always telling this to people, but yeah, it's just me, no?
Yeah. Oui.
Donc, ce que dit Judith, c'est qu'en fait, elle a été très choquée et surprise de voir la violence qui avait pu être développée. Et que la violence qui était développée de la part des manifestants envers la police est vraiment moindre, un pourcentage vraiment inférieur. Elle dit dans les 1% de ce qu'elle a pu voir et de ce qu'elle a pu filmer. Là où à l'inverse, elle a beaucoup de respect pour justement la non-violence générale du mouvement par rapport à la quantité de violence qui est rétorquée par les forces de police.
Mhm.
Et elle demande à Djemadine comment il voit ça, quelles sont ses vues là-dessus.
Ok. Et je vais juste traduire du coup la réponse à la question précédente. Judith me demandait est-ce que j'avais, parce qu'elle a quand même, elle se prépare mentalement en fait, je crois, hein, ce qu'elle disait avant de partir en manifestation. Et bon voilà, elle a des routines mentales. Et elle me demandait ce que moi j'avais ce genre de truc et comment je me sentais lorsque je devais partir en manif. Alors du coup, je lui dis que bah finalement, peut-être que par rapport à ce que j'ai expérimenté dans ma vie, ou je sais pas, que bah, moi je le vivais plutôt bien. Je veux dire que je suis préparé psychologiquement et physiquement à ce qui peut arriver dans une manifestation. Donc, j'ai peut-être trop de confiance en moi, ou en tout cas, j'ai suffisamment de confiance en moi pour penser que je peux m'en sortir, soit en courant, soit en esquivant, soit, je sais pas, tous ces trucs, tu vois, et que finalement, même s'il devait m'arriver un truc, et ben, c'est comme ça, c'est la vie, et c'est quelque chose que tu pèses avant de t'engager, quoi. Donc, voilà, ça sera comme ça. Après, je vais commencer à répondre en français. I start to respond in French and after I translate.
Yes.
Donc, par rapport à la question, je vais commencer à répondre en français. Donc, moi, je ne sais pas si j'ai du respect par rapport au pacifisme du mouvement. J'en ai déjà parlé sur ma chaîne. Je pense que les choses doivent être graduées en fait, et que tu dois apporter une réponse qui soit en accord avec l'opposition que tu as en face en fait. Sinon, tu pars juste à un moment donné, tu pars juste à l'abattoir quoi. Donc c'est une position simple. J'ai pas grand-chose d'autre à dire par rapport à ça quoi. Donc I just say that. Yes, maybe pacifism is a good is good, but I think you in the life you have to produce a response uh, with proportionality, um, and I believe in the proportionality, and so if you are not ready to doing certain action, you just go to I don't know the word, to be killed, or I don't know. In French, we say the slaughterhouse.
To the slaughterhouse, yes. You mean if the yellow vest? I'm speaking for Toulouse. This is what I see.
Mm-hmm.
You think because I think what you're trying to say now is what I say a lot of times, is that the yellow vests in Toulouse maybe are not ready for to fight back in a different way, and this is why it's good they're so peaceful. Is this what you're saying?
Yes. Maybe they are not ready for it. But when I see what's happened in Hong Kong, for example, because even in France, you can see people arrested, but we know they don't do something wrong anymore. And so in Hong Kong, when a protester is trying to be arrested, sometimes they try to
Yes.
to rescue him, and I think it's the good way to do.
But I think also in Hong Kong, I understand violence very well. And I understand how group violence works also very well. The thing in Hong Kong, the big difference, what I see with France, is that they are organized.
Yeah.
This is they know they know who to listen to. They use sign language. They have protection. They work together. Whereas I think in France, it's not that it's only individuals, but it's small groups who are not used to working, fighting together. So I also think it's very, because I get these comments a lot of time in my lives when the police is violent, that people say, they should get him back, or when somebody is arrested, they should take this person back from the police. But this is what I tell them: is these people are not. They are not. 90% of them are not fighters. They don't know how to fight. They don't know whose shoulder they are next to, so they don't know if they can trust this person to fight with. They are up against people that are fully protected with weapons, that are used to working and fighting together, and they train together. So, yeah, I think it's really clever that they're not fighting, because were you there with Montpellier when the news came that people died in Montpellier?
I heard this.
This moment I was really, really tense, and the police actually left, and the Gilets Jaunes of Toulouse were with a lot more than the police. But I think if they would have attacked the police in this moment, it would have been, like you say, a slaughter on the people's side, because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, okay. Vas-y, je te laisse.
Donc en fait, ce que dit Judith, c'est que certainement, c'est vrai que les gens sont pas prêts à se battre. Elle dit qu'elle comprend la violence en tant que notion, et que quand tu es dans un mouvement, tu connais pas vraiment les gens, que tu n'es pas habitué à la violence, à te battre en groupe, quand tu sais pas qui est derrière toi, qui est à côté de toi, est-ce que cette personne va être prête à venir t'aider, et tu peux pas vraiment répondre. Et de plus, les gens ne sont pas entraînés, ne sont pas organisés et entraînés pour répondre à la violence policière, et que Du coup, face à des policiers qui sont entraînés à se battre ensemble, qui sont entraînés à travailler ensemble, c'est pas possible. Prends l'exemple de ce qui s'est passé à Montpellier, lorsqu'on était à Toulouse et que la rumeur d'un décès suite à l'action de la police a commencé à se propager dans les rues de Toulouse. Il y a eu un moment très 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 tendu où les manifestants ont commencé à se rapprocher de la police et ils étaient bien plus nombreux que les forces policières à ce moment-là à Jean Jaurès. Et au final, la police a décidé de se retirer. Mais ce que dit Judith, c'est que de son opinion, si ça avait dû éclater et que des affrontements devaient avoir lieu, c'était certainement la police qui allait en sortir vainqueur parce qu'ils étaient plus préparés, parce qu'ils sont entraînés et que les gens, malgré leur colère et leur rage, ne sont certainement pas prêts à affronter des gens dont eux, c'est le travail. Voilà.
Okay.
These are all serious topics. And then I feel like a little bit stupid for laughing, but okay. Where do you think this is going?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In September, we will see what's happened if the movement renew is past powerful and is full power. And we are just waiting for and see what will happen in September.
I mean, September, because I think a lot of people who are not French don't understand this, but in September, it's like the end of the holidays. People took a break or went on holiday, or this is why people expect in September there's going to be more people in the street, or what is the... Why does everybody keep telling me September?
Because people are tired. Because it's 9 months is a movement, and they need to make a break. And this is the first thing. The second thing is about there are a tradition of in France of the social protest social demonstration who begin in September, if I could remember, and it's not always the case, but I think it's about I don't know. Donc les amis, je traduis rapidement. Donc elle me demandait pourquoi en septembre. Ça, si vous pouvez m'aider, c'est bien. Pourquoi en septembre tout le monde dit qu'il va se passer un truc, et je lui disais principalement parce que les gens avaient besoin de faire une pause et que en septembre ils seront à nouveau au travail, et que également je crois qu'il y a une tradition quand même de mouvements sociaux qui démarrent à la rentrée, quoi. Je sais pas ce que vous en pensez, vous.
And this is what I just asked what you thought. The same question, but then what do you hope? What do you hope will change?
I hope lots of stuff.
Dreams is what we do this for, no?
Yeah. More pragmatically, I hope people can make a big break on the Macron ways and and Macron objective and purposes for the France, because it's not purpose I'm agree with, and I think it's a neoliberal politics, and for me it's not the way the country have. It is not for France, French people, I think, and this is my first hope. And the second hope, it's obtain more democracy and new laws for more more democracy and more freedom of speech, or all this part of this. I don't know how to say it. I think you understand what I want,
Yes.
what I would,
Yeah. What you hope for, yes.
what I hope.
And
I just translate.
yes, sorry.
Donc, elle me demandait qu'est-ce que j'espérais pour le mouvement, et donc lui ai répondu que j'espérais principalement déjà de mettre un temps d'arrêt, on va dire, un stop à la politique de Macron, parce que c'est une politique néolibérale et je pense que ça ne correspond pas à la France. Voilà, c'est la première des choses. Et deuxièmement, ce que les Gilets jaunes avaient réussi à faire finalement pendant quelques mois. Et la deuxième des choses, c'est plus de démocratie et bon, j'ai pas pu l'exprimer forcément en anglais, mais plus de liberté d'expression ou voilà. Finished.
Are there any things that you would like to express?
I don't understand.
Is there things you want to say about what you do or about the whole movement that you think is important, and especially important for because the people who watch this is outside of France, mainly, not all, of course. But is there anything you think is important to about you or about your work or about the movement that you think people should know?
Non, j'ai besoin d'aide.
No, it's not important.
No, I don't understand. I begin to be tired, and so I'm losing my abilities to speaking English actually.
Is there anything he wants to say to people outside of France? What they think that is not well understood?
We need support, and that is the first thing. Help. We need people really good understand that the democracy in France is collapsing, and if I could understand the personality of the President Macron, and maybe we can really go to the bad direction, and we are not a democracy anymore, and now we experiment something like a police state, and so it's a big regression, and we need that the people around us good understand this, and make a pressure on France with the international institutions to help us, I think.
So, and a practical example of this would be write a letter to the UN, or what can people practically do?
I don't know.
Start a signature thing.
I think it's first relay informations, because I think on the beginning of the movement they had a blackout, international blackout of what's really happened in France. Okay, there are web and social media, and thanks to this, some information break through the borders. But my feeling is they had a blackout, and I don't know really what people around the world can do. Maybe put a yellow vest and go in the street.
Yeah.
And make an international movement.
I think this is already. The French can be proud of this. I think this is already sort of happening, just not in big masses, but worldwide. People are putting on yellow vests and showing their support this way for sure. I wanted to ask something else. What was it? Oh yeah.
Ok, ce que j'ai dit, c'est que Judith m'a demandé qu'est-ce que je voudrais dire à l'étranger. Bah oui, bah vous avez déjà eu la question. Donc la réponse, qu'est-ce que j'ai envie de dire aux étrangers? Bah déjà de nous supporter et de faire pression sur, au moyen des institutions internationales sur la France. Parce que on n'est plus dans une démocratie, on est dans ce que j'appellerais moi un État policier. Et donc, euh, et donc c'est une situation qui est inacceptable et qui ne correspond pas à mes idéaux et à mes valeurs. Et donc voilà, je pense que les gens, s'ils peuvent faire des choses par rapport à ça, c'est bien. Et également relayer l'information sur ce qui se passe réellement ici. Et peut-être également mettre un gilet jaune et aller dans la rue. Et Judith disait, bah, finalement, ça n'a pas été le cas à grande échelle, mais ça s'est finalement produit. Voilà.
So, do you want to start? Because I think there's quite a few. I'm not. Did you, Yuan? Did you keep an eye on the questions? I think there's also questions in English and in French, probably.
Yeah, I have
So,
a couple questions around that. So far, they are more aimed at you. So if you want to do the second part of the interview first, I don't know.
sorry. Okay, but yeah, let's. Do you want to speak about something else before we start doing this? I'm also saying this because you said you got tired, so maybe it's a good idea too.
Maybe another day.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's a good idea.
I just want just a quick thing. You speak English in your lives also, no?
No.
You don't speak English in your lives, but you can.
Yeah.
So if people speak to you in English in your life, you can answer them in English.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just so people know that they can, yeah, if they follow your channel and you go live, that they can speak to you in English. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So which questions can I ask it? If anybody has questions for Djemadine, start typing them now, so we can ask them. The one you meant, the one from the March, Johan. That was the question for him. Yeah. Do you know about the march that is happening now from Brussels to The Hague?
The March of Brussels.
Yes, it's French people. They first they walked from France to Brussels.
Yeah.
And now they are walking from Brussels to The Hague. It's Gilets Jaunes.
To the?
The Hague, in the Netherlands. The Hague.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't follow it, and I can't respond to you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We cannot know everything. No, there's so much information flow about everything. So, have we got any more questions? Do we irritate time when we want to know what is going on during the march and want translation? What do you mean by this, Sue? You mean? I think she's asking you if when you're live and they ask questions during the protest, if they want and they want a translation if they are bothering you or if this is irritating for you.
During my live,
Yes.
if I can perform translation, that's it.
If they
No?
can, yeah, I think that. So this is what kind of translations are you speaking about?
During the march and one translation, we want to know.
For example, what the people are singing.
Yes, okay. Do you want to listen that when I'm filming on Saturdays, I make English situation point?
What you do? What?
No, it's not. Non, j'ai pas compris.
Je pense que la question, en fait, c'est de savoir si jamais les spectateurs anglais ou anglophones viennent sur ta chaîne, s'ils te parlent en anglais, s'ils te posent des questions en anglais, est-ce que c'est quelque chose qui te rendrait la vie compliquée ou c'est OK pour toi?
Bah, ça me la rendrait un petit peu compliqué, mais je peux répondre. Et quand on dit, j'étais en train de parler de point de situation, c'est pour ça que j'ai parlé de situation point. Mais j'ai dû faire un franglish, non, c'est ça?
Un peu.
Ok. Parce que je peux leur répondre et je peux faire des points de situation. Effectivement, en anglais.
So yeah, Stu Harrison, Djemadine is, of course, it's not as easy as in French, but yes, can make little information moment in English to explain what's happening during his life.
And Jim, I don't know if you'd see it, but somebody's offering to do subtitles for you. I wouldn't know how this works, but just so you see it.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
But,
The more what?
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any more questions?
Okay.
Michelle, yes, you should make some subtitles at least on some of the. You can also turn on automatic translation in YouTube to Sue and Michelle, and it's a lot of times it's pretty off. It's pretty shit translation. I think it's like Google translations. A lot of times the translation is crap. But just so you know, that this is an option also. I'm not sure if that works with lives, but it does work with the videos afterwards. So if you watch back the live stream, but hey, if you can arrange subtitles with somebody, that would be, yeah, for spreading the information. I think it would be really good. Anything else? Stays quiet.
Josephine Rubira said that they will. I can't translate.
I see Portugal.
Yes.
I read that there would be protests in Portugal. I think this is what it's about. No, I don't understand France, but French. Sorry, yeah.
Strike for.
I did read this, but
the freight, like the transport people, are going on a strike in Portugal.
Okay, also in September.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to the G7 protest, Djemadine? And what do you think about?
Probably yes. I will go to see what's happened there, and I don't know. It will the first time I came to a G7, so I don't know.
What to expect?
It will be a surprise. What I think it will be maybe violent. I don't know. Maybe there will be black blocs, or I don't know. Some people called for strong actions. I think so. But I don't know what will be happen because there are very big security system, and so wait and see.
Yes, I am curious what will happen there also. Honestly, I expect this is like a hunch, but I expect it to be a violent day. Yeah, but it's a hunch, no? um, will there be an Act 40? Yes, of course there will be an Act 40. The Gilets jaunes don't stop.
Yeah, I will be there.
Is the G7 a referencing to the song like a G6? You can answer this.
What?
The family is asking this.
Ah, like a G6.
I think it's a joke. Will France Frexit from the euro? And how do you feel about Frexit?
No, I think it's not possible if France go out the euro, go Brexit. It's will break the eurozone. I think the euro will collapsing. Maybe, or France can go out the euro just if the euro collapsing, or if
You
Germany
speak
don't
about
want France anymore in the eurozone. I don't know.
getting
Or
flashback
maybe
to the
if
90s.
Germany want to break the eurozone, I don't know. But I think there are lots of benefits to keep euro working for a long time.
Yeah, this is what I also always say. I don't have I don't do politics and all this bullshit. But I like Europe. I travel around, so Europe is good for me. I just don't like how it's being managed. This is for me a problem with it. But yeah. What else is
Jon Stewart
Castanet?
and Act 50? Yes, of course. Until Act 52, because Yellow Vest want one birth anniversary for the movement. And
So
so
even
we know that until the Act 52, we are on the ground.
even if Macron gives you everything you want, you will still go for Act 52.
No, of course. No.
If I miss any questions in France, then tell me, because I don't see this. Anything else they want to ask or no? I think you gave me a lot of insight, especially about yes, because I don't understand French, so for me it's very difficult to follow everything around it, to understand what views are, how things like how it started, blah blah blah. I think and I think for other countries you gave a really good pointer with the because other countries want more unity, want more people to join also. So if they can just find something like you had with the diesel tax or the taxes for the gas in France, and then start putting their yellow vest in the car or something like this. If they can find a common ground for the thing, something like this, it would be a good way to start it, to making it bigger in other countries, I think. Electropica. After 1 year of protest, should president give his place to someone else? He should, can I say this? He should just fuck off.
Okay.
But for sure, give your answer to this.
Yes, of course.
I think we're sort of done here, no? Yeah, this is also because here in France you have two choices. No, it's either because let's say Macron steps down,
What?
or let's say Macron stops. He
Yeah.
understands he needs to go. Yeah, or he is kicked out. Maybe this happens. Whatever, he disappears. What's
Yeah.
next?
I don't know.
Because they want Macron to go, but what is the next option? What will you understand my question?
Yeah. Pardon. Of course. I don't know what the institution say about disparition of the French president. Maybe I know that the president of the Senate will be interim president, temporary president, and have to organize new elections. And that is the way I think the stuff works. And it depends on how the president quits. If he is kick off of the Elysee Palace, I think there will be a time during a time of the writing of a new constitutions. If he just quit, they just will have new elections, a new election.
And then there is if there's new elections, there's like two president candidates you can choose from. No.
They will have lots of candidates, but I don't know what can be happen if it's the I don't know what can happen if there are new election without Macron tomorrow.
That would be a big party, no?
It will be interesting.
Yes. Okay. I don't see any more. Is there any more? What was? Is there any more questions? Did I miss something? What Ominous is asking? Is that the same? Is that what I just asked? Managed to get rid of Marcon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I see you're getting tired. You need to be well rested for Saturday. Oh, Diane Stewart is asking if you are married.
No, I'm not married.
He is not married, Diane. Are you coming over? Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think I think it's now you come. I'm trying to cut this off, and now people that Diane is coming tomorrow. Now people start asking questions.
We will talking later.
What else needs to happen besides Macron's removal? Is a question of Ominous. Do I pronounce that right?
What else needs to happen? J'ai pas compris le sens. Après ou avant ou pour que ça arrive? En plus. À part la. Je sais pas. Ça faut que les gens qui me suivent m'aident un petit peu. Qu'est-ce que les gilets jaunes ils veulent à part la démission de Macron? The yellow vest protesters want lots of things. I always use those term things, but okay. More democracy. So they want RIC, referendum of popular initiative. That is something part of the movement want. And maybe another part of the movement want something more than community. I don't know. The real democracy based on the commune, for example. I don't. Si tu peux m'aider un petit peu, la démocratie locale en fait. Je sais pas comment dire ça en anglais. Local democracy. I don't. Direct
More
democracy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Some a part of the movement of Yellow Vest want RIC, and the other part want local democracy, direct democracy. People want more equality, social justice, and don't want all the stuffs Macron doing. So sells public firm, for example, like Aéroport de Paris, because some years ago, maybe 15 or 20 years now, they sell the public roadway. Les autoroutes, c'est roadway. And people see that the price of the roadway increase more than the inflation, and they are very angry about that. And there are lots of French firms who have sales, and they don't like it. And so I think they want something more social for a part of them, and they don't like the way Macron take for the France. And they want less taxes for a part of the movement. And what they want again, I think that's all. And it's big. Donc pour les Français sur le chat, elles me disent, je répondais que les Français, ils veulent pour une partie d'entre eux le RIC, pour l'autre partie d'entre eux la démocratie directe, la démocratie locale. Ils veulent plus de justice sociale et qu'ils n'aiment pas la voie dans laquelle Macron est en train d'engager le pays. Donc voilà, ils veulent essayer de rattraper un peu le néolibéralisme. Euroization say more justice, too simply, and there are also big ecologic revendication. That is something important in France now, especially in the young generation. They don't understand all the stuff we put. All the garbage and the plastic and the diesel and the pollution of the air and the thin particles and this is something more and more important in France, and they link it with the capitalism, and they say the big firm and have just to sell stuff and useless stuff, but to make profit, and it is just future garbage, and we buy this and we maybe never use it, but it is impulsional buying. I don't know.
This is what the Gilets jaunes want in France, that this changes. The last thing you said.
Yes, changes, I think. Donc j'ai parlé de la partie aussi écologique du mouvement, donc plus d'écologie, donc acheter tout ce qui est particules fines ou tout ce plastique, etc. Voilà, pour faire simple. Je sais pas si vous êtes d'accord avec moi, je sais pas si à cette heure-ci j'ai vraiment toutes les idées en place, donc more humanism, you can see in the chat, more just just live with dignity. Yes, I agree with Igor Omen.
And I can't pronounce this word.
Natasha K, just to break you, Natasha K said it is a less important part of the movement, and she's pretty right. Stop buying plastic as much as possible. La prise en compte des oubliés de la République. Alors, je sais pas comment traduire ça en anglais.
And would be taking into account people who have been forgotten by the Republic.
The people, you mean the street people?
Yes, but there are people, there are invisible people. Maybe the yellow vest was invisible people in the outside the city, for example. But in the city, in our cities, you are the suburbs.
Yeah.
And there are lots of people who don't have an access to a real good job in the suburbs, and it is a big problem for France and for these people, I think. And that is what Natasha K want to say when they say the people outside the Republic.
I see. Do you want to translate?
Oui, je peux traduire. Donc, les amis, je répondais. Donc, j'avais repris le commentaire de Natasha K qui disait la prise en compte des oubliés de la République. Et donc, on disait que ça pouvait être ceux qui étaient très loin des villes, donc ceux qui habitaient à la campagne, mais également les gens qui étaient dans la banlieue. Parce que Judith pensait que c'était simplement les SDF, en fait. Voilà.
Another good question, and especially because of what happened last Saturday. There was this incident at the terrace with the people having a drink, having a wine.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't really understand your video because I don't know what they are saying, of course. But as I perceived it, they started provoking the Gilets jaunes, and then afterwards they pretended that it was different. So that's like an opposition of the Gilets jaunes. One of the questions is the opposition on the same line as the Gilets jaunes, or how much percent this is?
How much percent? I don't know, actually.
What my feeling? Yeah.
They are not the majority of the people. Even if now, after 9 months of demonstrations, Saturday's demonstrations, this part of the French population are in minority. When we see the surveys performed in the beginning and at the middle of the movement, we can see they always be in minority. And even if the support of the Yellow Vest movement decrease in the population, I think it is for different reason, and it is not. I think it is not a majority, maybe 50-50. Because it is simple to understand when there are demonstrations in the street, the police use tear gas and gas the other people outside the demonstration, and Saturday after Saturday, they become to be angry, and they don't say it is because of the police who don't perform a good job. They said it is the Yellow Vest fault. And if the police put tear gas in the metro, people say it's the fault of the Yellow Vest and not the police. but the police can do the job differently. But it is a way, a meaning to increase the to make the other people angry against the yellow vest, and you can see lots of little stuff like it when they just close the metro. And it is when there are demonstrations. It is something the people don't really like, because if the metro is closed, you have to walking, and it is not something pleasant. And so little thing after little thing, people become to be a little bit angry against the yellow vest, but don't put the fault on the government of the gestion, the crisis management, but on the yellow vest. And that is something I really comment dire? Ça me désole un peu. A little bit.
What is it?
Okay, devastating.
Devastating. Yes, understand. It's yeah, but I think this is also because a lot of people don't realize that the yellow vest in Toulouse, I don't know for other cities, but here in Toulouse, they are really peaceful. I think people expect that the Gilets jaunes are violent, and this is why the police tear gases them. They don't know that the people are peaceful and the police tear gases them. They don't understand that this could be them.
You're right.
Way.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
So they get the wrong view about it. They get the wrong how do you say this?
Perception?
Yeah, they see the wrong things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have no idea. They automatically assume that the people must be violent, and this is why the police is violent.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of expected this a little bit more when I came here. I expected there was violence from the people, very, very little. But nonetheless, there would be, and this is why the police so disproportional responded to it. The fact is that it's even worse than I thought, because they are really peaceful and they get violence anyway. So I think this is also, yeah, a problem. I'm quickly looking if there's any more questions. I missed a lot. No, I think this is it. No. Okay. Yeah, I think this was a good talk. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you too.
Yes. Didn't they just hear you? Okay. We will do we will do the other way around on Djemadine's channel, so that he interviews me later, and later, not tonight, I think. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Donc on est en train de dire que finalement on allait faire une deuxième interview plus tard, un autre jour. Et cette fois-ci, c'est moi qui poserai des questions à Judith. On aurait dû le faire un petit peu aujourd'hui dans une discussion croisée, mais comme ça, voilà, on a des petites difficultés techniques. Du coup, ça s'est transformé en une interview de moi par Judith pour ses followers.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We're going to do an end tune now. No. Yeah, thank you very much, and see you Saturday, no?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
See you Saturdays. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the technical and the translator who help me. And see you Saturdays and later for the opposite.
Yes, and this also, yes, for sure. We will let you know when and what, and yes. Thank you very much.